After Thailand's strict lockdown, monkeys began invading towns searching for food and human interaction. Residents were shocked as the normally timid animals grew bold, raiding markets and climbing rooftops. The sudden surge of monkeys caused chaos, forcing authorities to implement emergency measures quickly. This video explores the surprising consequences of human absence and wildlife behavior after lockdowns. You will see how monkeys adapted to urban life and how locals tried to coexist with the invaders. Experts studied the situation to understand animal behavior and the effects of sudden changes in activity. Communities faced challenges protecting property, maintaining safety, and managing wildlife health. Volunteers and officials worked together to guide monkeys safely back to natural habitats where possible. Stay tuned to learn about the surprising intelligence and resilience of these creatures during the crisis. Make sure to like this video and subscribe for more true stories revealing nature's unexpected interactions. 1. Sudden monkey return. Monkeys quickly returned to urban areas after Thailand's lockdown ended and tourism resumed. Reduced human activity during lockdown made food sources scarce in temples and streets for monkeys. The sudden return caused chaos in public areas, marketplaces, and residential streets across Bangkok. Monkeys displayed bold behavior entering homes, stealing food and items from local residents. Officials reported several minor injuries as monkeys became accustomed to humans again. Restaurants and street vendors faced property damage from monkeys seeking easy food sources. The population density of monkeys in urban zones increased, straining local wildlife management. Tourists returning to popular sites found monkeys unusually aggressive and demanding food. Monkeys adapted quickly to urban environments, exploiting trash bins and open kitchens efficiently. Authorities struggled to track movements and manage interactions between humans and monkeys. The surge highlighted the delicate balance between urban development and wildlife presence. Local communities organized awareness campaigns to reduce feeding and attractivity for monkeys. Monkeys climbed utility poles and rooftops, increasing risks to public safety and power supply. Scientists began studying behavior changes caused by extended periods without human interaction. The sudden return emphasized the need for long-term urban wildlife management plans. Local wildlife departments increased monitoring to prevent outbreaks of monkey-human conflict. Residents reported unusual patterns in monkey activity compared to pre-lockdown periods. The invasion demonstrated the adaptability of primates to human-dominated environments. Rapid urban expansion compounded conflicts by reducing natural habitats for monkeys. Authorities emphasized humane measures to manage monkey populations and reduce harm. 2. Temple invasions. Monkeys increasingly invaded temples seeking leftover offerings and food from visitors. Lockdown closures reduced temple activity, leaving monkeys hungry and unmonitored for months. The invasion disrupted religious ceremonies and posed safety risks to devotees and monks. Monkeys entered sanctuaries, climbing altars and stealing ritual items from unsuspecting worshippers. Temple authorities reported damaged property and scattered offerings, creating a cleanup challenge. Residents and monks attempted to scare away monkeys using traditional methods without success. Tourist sites became hotspots for monkey interactions, attracting both curiosity and danger. Feeding stations were set up outside temple grounds to divert monkeys from human contact. Researchers monitored behavioral changes in temple invading monkeys compared to wild counterparts. Lockdown created a gap in monitoring that allowed monkeys to explore previously restricted areas. The sudden influx strained temple management, requiring additional staff and resources. Monkeys displayed increasing aggression when prevented from reaching food in temples. Authorities emphasized not feeding monkeys to reduce dependency on human sources. Temple invasions created an ecological imbalance affecting other urban wildlife species nearby. Behavioral observations showed monkeys learning to recognize patterns of human presence. Interventions included barrier installation to limit access to sensitive areas within temples. Monkeys' adaptability demonstrated intelligence and problem-solving in urban environments. The invasion forced discussions about coexistence strategies between religious sites and wildlife. Public education campaigns aimed to prevent escalation of monkey-human conflicts in temples. Temple invasions highlighted urgent need for sustainable urban wildlife management policies. 3. Urban streets chaos. Urban streets became unpredictable as monkeys roamed freely looking for food after lockdown. Pedestrians reported aggressive behavior, especially around markets and public transportation hubs. Vehicles slowed down or stopped unexpectedly due to monkeys crossing roads in groups. Small businesses experienced property damage and theft of merchandise by roaming monkeys. Residents were warned to secure homes and food storage to prevent monkey entry. Monkeys adapted quickly to urban environments using rooftops, balconies, and street furniture. Human-monkey conflicts escalated as traditional deterrents proved ineffective in busy streets. Community volunteers organized patrols to safely monitor monkey activities in urban zones. Sanitation workers reported monkeys scattering garbage bins and creating additional cleanup needs. Researchers studied patterns of monkey movement to predict high-risk areas for public safety. Street markets became focal points for monkeys targeting leftover or exposed food items. The disruption affected tourism as visitors observed unexpected monkey encounters daily. Authorities began planning long-term strategies including relocation and population control. Urban streets became a laboratory for studying behavioral shifts in post-lockdown primates. Residents observed changes in monkey social hierarchy due to competition for urban resources. Public signs were posted warning about monkey presence and unsafe feeding practices. Monkeys became adept at opening containers, entering vehicles, and climbing fences efficiently. Urban streets chaos underscored the impact of lockdown on human-wildlife interaction dynamics. Local campaigns promoted coexistence while minimizing risks to both humans and monkeys. The invasion revealed the resilience and adaptability of monkeys to altered urban ecosystems. 4. Market raids. Street markets became targets as monkeys searched for exposed fruits and leftover snacks. Vendors reported losses as monkeys snatched products directly from display counters. Lockdown closures created scarcity, causing monkeys to learn aggressive techniques for raiding. Authorities attempted to guide vendors on monkey-proof storage methods and deterrence. Researchers monitored market raids to understand patterns and times of highest monkey activity. Monkeys showed increased problem-solving skills in bypassing barriers and obtaining food. Market visitors were warned to secure belongings as monkeys often jumped onto stalls. Raids created sanitation issues with scattered trash and damaged market goods. Post-lockdown periods intensified monkey boldness and willingness to confront humans. Vendors collaborated with wildlife authorities to reduce food availability to discourage raids. Behavioral adaptation was observed as monkeys learned from previous successful raids. Community workshops educated traders on coexistence strategies and safety measures. Monkeys targeted vendors preparing fresh food, causing stress and potential health risks. Authorities encouraged non-lethal interventions to redirect monkeys from market areas. Market raids became a public spectacle attracting social media attention and curiosity. 5. Residential intrusions. Homes and apartments experienced frequent monkey intrusions as urban populations returned. Residents reported monkeys entering kitchens, balconies, and even living rooms searching for food. Lockdown closures created months of resource scarcity, pushing monkeys into residential zones. Neighborhoods struggled to prevent property damage and minor injuries caused by monkeys. Authorities advised securing doors, windows, and storing food to reduce attraction. Children and elderly were at risk, prompting warnings from local authorities and community leaders. Monkeys displayed problem-solving skills, manipulating locks or climbing fences to enter homes. Behavioral shifts were observed as monkeys became bolder in approaching humans directly. Post-lockdown stress on monkeys increased territorial disputes within urban neighborhoods. Community meetings discussed safe coexistence and long-term strategies for residential areas. Residents documented interactions to assist authorities in tracking monkey movement patterns. Monkeys raiding homes highlighted the consequences of reduced tourism and human presence. Temporary measures included deterrents like loud noises, motion sensors, and barriers. Authorities monitored hotspots and planned humane relocation where necessary. 6. Health concerns. Monkey interactions raised concerns about potential disease transmission to humans and pets. Authorities warned residents to avoid direct contact and secure trash to prevent contamination. Vaccination and rabies awareness campaigns were promoted in areas affected by monkey invasions. Post-lockdown density of monkeys increased the risk of zoonotic disease exposure in urban zones. Public health officials collaborated with wildlife experts to monitor emerging health threats. The Great Monkey Invasion emphasized hygiene protocols for both humans and monkeys. Health warnings included avoiding bites, scratches, and feeding monkeys to reduce risks. Community education campaigns focused on safe practices and first aid in case of injuries. Medical facilities observed a rise in minor monkey-related incidents during early post-lockdown months. Municipalities worked to balance population management with public safety and disease prevention. Health surveillance helped guide decisions on vaccination campaigns and medical resource allocation. The invasion reinforced the need for integrated wildlife and public health management in urban areas. 7. Tourism disruption. Tourist sites experienced disruption as monkeys aggressively approached visitors seeking food. Lockdown closures created scarcity, leading monkeys to target tourists upon return to sites. Authorities advised tourists to avoid feeding monkeys and secure personal belongings during visits. Tourism-dependent businesses faced losses due to fear of monkey encounters deterring visitors. Wildlife management teams increased monitoring to ensure safe tourist-monkey interactions. Education signage was placed at tourist attractions warning about post-lockdown monkey behavior. Tourists shared experiences on social media, influencing perceptions of safety at popular locations. Hotels and resorts adjusted policies to protect food supplies from monkey raids and intrusions. Tourist guides trained to inform visitors on safe conduct and non-aggressive approaches toward monkeys. Post-lockdown tourism revealed the need for sustainable wildlife-human coexistence strategies. Visitors witnessed unusual monkey boldness as they approached humans directly without hesitation. Tourist disruptions prompted collaboration between local authorities and wildlife experts. Crowd control measures implemented to reduce human-monkey contact and minimize stress for animals. Tourist satisfaction was impacted, prompting planning for long-term visitor safety and awareness. 8. Behavioral changes. Monkeys displayed noticeable changes in aggression, boldness, and foraging strategies post-lockdown. Reduced human presence during lockdown caused scarcity of typical food sources in urban areas. Monkeys adapted by raiding markets, homes, and tourist areas more frequently than before. Behavioral studies revealed higher problem-solving ability and risk-taking behavior in urban monkeys. Social hierarchy adjustments occurred due to increased competition for limited post-lockdown resources. Researchers observed rapid learning in monkeys navigating human environments to acquire food. Aggression toward humans increased when food was restricted or inaccessible in urban zones. Behavioral monitoring indicated altered sleep movement and foraging patterns among monkey troops. Monkeys began targeting humans as predictable sources of food, reducing reliance on natural diets. Post-lockdown conditions acted as a stressor influencing social and individual behaviors in monkeys. Adaptations included coordinated raiding tactics observed in multiple monkey groups. Community intervention strategies focused on redirecting behavior while minimizing harm to monkeys. Behavioral changes highlighted the impact of sudden environmental shifts on wildlife adaptation. Urban wildlife management incorporated findings to predict and prevent future conflict situations. The Great Monkey Invasion showed primates' ability to quickly learn and exploit novel urban resources. 9. Food scarcity. Lockdown led to reduced food availability, forcing monkeys to seek alternative sources in cities. Urban foraging became prominent as monkeys raided trash, markets, temples, and homes. Monkeys targeted easily accessible human food to compensate for natural shortages. Authorities noted increasing monkey mobility as groups expanded range in search of nourishment. Public education emphasized securing food and avoiding feeding monkeys to reduce dependency. Scarcity intensified competition within monkey troops, leading to heightened aggression. Behavioral ecology studies showed adaptation in diet and foraging techniques post-lockdown. Municipalities coordinated cleanup campaigns to remove accessible waste and prevent attractants. Residents reported inventive strategies monkeys used to access secure containers or shelves. Authorities observed migration patterns linked to temporary scarcity and abundant feeding opportunities. Scarcity impacted troop cohesion and territorial behavior in confined urban environments. Post-lockdown scarcity prompted rapid adaptation, highlighting monkeys' intelligence and flexibility. Community strategies aimed to balance human safety with controlled provision of alternative food. Food scarcity was a key driver behind the intensity of post-lockdown monkey invasions in Thailand. 10. Human-monkey conflict. Increased interactions between humans and monkeys triggered escalating conflicts after lockdown. Monkeys became bold in seeking food, invading homes, markets, temples, and tourist attractions. Residents faced minor injuries and property damage, requiring immediate intervention from authorities. Authorities emphasized non-lethal methods to minimize risk and prevent retaliation against monkeys. Conflict mapping helped identify hotspots for targeted monitoring and mitigation strategies. Public awareness campaigns focused on safe conduct and avoidance of direct feeding or provocation. Conflict intensified in areas with high human density and limited natural monkey habitats. Local authorities coordinated with wildlife experts to plan humane relocation and deterrent measures. Community involvement played a role in reporting incidents and maintaining safety protocols. Post-lockdown conflicts revealed underlying issues in urban wildlife management and preparedness. Behavioral adaptation by monkeys contributed to escalation as they learned to exploit humans efficiently. Preventive measures included barriers, signage, and education on safe interaction practices. Human-monkey conflict influenced policy decisions and reinforced need for sustainable urban planning. Authorities conducted surveys to assess public perception and effectiveness of mitigation efforts. Conflict resolution strategies balanced protection of humans with conservation of urban primates. Monkeys' persistence demonstrated challenges of coexisting in densely populated urban environments. The Great Monkey Invasion emphasized importance of proactive management to prevent long-term disputes. Human safety and animal welfare remained central to conflict mitigation planning. Conflict tracking informed development of long-term population control and monitoring policies. The invasion reinforced lessons on resilience, adaptability, and necessity of human-wildlife coexistence. 11. Tourist attraction pressure. Monkeys targeted tourist hotspots, demanding food and creating safety risks for visiting travelers. Tourist guides reported aggressive encounters as monkeys learned to snatch items directly from hands. Lockdown absence increased monkeys' boldness and reliance on human-provided food sources rapidly. Authorities posted signs warning tourists to secure bags and avoid feeding monkeys at all times. Tourism-related businesses faced losses as visitors expressed concerns about safety at popular sites. Wildlife experts advised maintaining distance and using barriers to prevent dangerous interactions. Hotels adjusted outdoor dining areas to reduce monkey access to human food and belongings. Monkey activity patterns shifted with tourist return, causing unusual congestion and crowding issues. Post-lockdown wildlife observation highlighted the intelligence of monkeys in exploiting tourist areas. Local campaigns encouraged responsible tourism to minimize escalation of aggressive behavior. Tourist attraction pressure influenced urban planning to account for increased human-wildlife conflict. Authorities monitored key sites, tracking monkey movement and behavior for long-term solutions. Visitor education programs emphasized non-provocation and safe observation practices around monkeys. 12. Schoolyard chaos. Schools reopening faced monkey intrusions, creating safety concerns for students and staff in urban areas. Monkeys targeted school grounds for food scraps left in trash bins and playground areas. Staff implemented strict measures to secure trash and prevent food from attracting monkeys again. Children were advised to avoid direct contact with monkeys and remain in supervised areas. Behavioral observations indicated monkeys adjusted quickly to school routines and schedules. Lockdown closures had left months of unattended areas, encouraging monkeys to explore freely. Schoolyard chaos included minor injuries from scratches and bites requiring attention and reporting. Authorities coordinated with wildlife departments to monitor high-risk school zones for monkey activity. Parents expressed concern over safety, prompting educational campaigns on safe conduct around monkeys. Monkeys' adaptability and problem-solving made traditional deterrence less effective in school environments. School management installed physical barriers and implemented warning signage for students and staff. Post-lockdown chaos highlighted challenges of human-wildlife coexistence in educational settings. Researchers recorded monkey activity to identify peak times and improve safety measures. Community volunteers helped supervise children during peak monkey presence in schoolyards. 13. Agricultural damage. Farmers reported significant crop losses due to monkeys raiding orchards and vegetable gardens post-lockdown. Monkeys entered farms searching for easy food, targeting fruits, vegetables, and grain storage areas. Authorities emphasized securing food sources and fencing vulnerable areas to prevent monkey access. Behavioral adaptations allowed monkeys to bypass traditional barriers and exploit gaps in farm defenses. Agricultural damage prompted collaboration between farmers and wildlife experts for sustainable solutions. Lockdown-induced scarcity increased monkey boldness and frequency of farm visits in rural zones. Farmers documented patterns of intrusion to guide interventions and reduce economic losses effectively. Monkeys displayed intelligence in opening gates, climbing fences, and navigating farm structures efficiently. Local authorities promoted non-lethal deterrence to protect crops while minimizing harm to wildlife. Agricultural damage highlighted the balance required between farming activity and urban monkey populations. Post-lockdown crop losses raised awareness of urban-rural interface issues affecting monkey behavior. Research teams studied food dependency patterns contributing to repeated farm raids by monkeys. Farmers were trained to implement monkey-proof storage and alternative feeding strategies. Agricultural damage reinforced need for community-wide cooperation to mitigate conflicts humanely. Authorities emphasized monitoring and early intervention to prevent escalation during harvest seasons. 14. Road hazards. Monkeys crossing roads caused frequent traffic disruptions and increased accident risks in urban zones. Drivers reported sudden stops and near collisions due to unexpected monkey movement on streets. Lockdown absence allowed monkeys to explore roads freely without human deterrence for months. Authorities implemented speed reductions and warning signs in high monkey activity areas to prevent accidents. Road hazards included damage to vehicles from monkeys entering or climbing on parked cars. Behavioral studies revealed monkeys learned to anticipate human routines and vehicle patterns. Post-lockdown adaptation made monkeys more likely to occupy roads during peak traffic times. Traffic management plans integrated wildlife monitoring to reduce conflicts and accidents efficiently. Public safety campaigns advised drivers on how to respond safely to monkey presence on roads. Authorities installed temporary barriers and reflective signage in hotspot zones to guide traffic. Monkeys' intelligence allowed them to exploit road crossing opportunities in search of food. Communities reported higher frequency of encounters during tourist season and market days. Research focused on understanding monkey movement patterns to minimize road hazard risks. Urban planning included wildlife corridors and safe crossing zones to mitigate road incidents. Road hazards highlighted the intersection of urban expansion, traffic, and wildlife challenges. Emergency response teams were trained to handle monkey-related traffic incidents humanely. Public education emphasized patience and avoidance of feeding monkeys while driving. Authorities used data from road hazards to prioritize future mitigation strategies effectively. The Great Monkey Invasion revealed long-term implications for urban traffic safety management. Road hazards became a measurable indicator of post-lockdown urban wildlife adaptation challenges. 15. Garbage dependency. Monkeys became increasingly dependent on human garbage for food post-lockdown closures. Trash bins and improperly stored waste became prime targets for urban monkey populations. Authorities advised securing waste and reducing accessible food to prevent dependency growth. Behavioral studies indicated monkeys learned to open bins and navigate urban waste structures efficiently. Communities implemented stricter waste management policies to minimize attraction for monkeys. Garbage dependency altered natural foraging behaviors and increased human-monkey interactions. Urban zones experienced higher density of monkeys congregating around accessible trash sources. Residents reported consistent rating of garbage areas, prompting additional monitoring and deterrence. Monkeys exhibited persistence, revisiting bins multiple times daily, demonstrating memory and learning. Educational campaigns promoted awareness of consequences of leaving food or waste exposed. Post-lockdown garbage dependency highlighted the link between human activity and wildlife adaptation. Authorities considered relocation and controlled feeding to reduce dependency without harm. 16. Public fear. Monkeys created public fear in urban areas due to aggressive raids on homes, markets, and streets. Residents reported feeling unsafe walking outside or letting children play in public spaces. Authorities increased patrols and issued safety guidance to mitigate fear and prevent injuries. Fear impacted tourism, with visitors avoiding areas known for high monkey activity post-lockdown. Community workshops focused on building understanding and safe strategies to reduce panic. Behavioral studies showed that human fear can influence monkey aggression and approach behaviors. Public fear prompted social media discussions, often amplifying reports of minor incidents. Authorities promoted measured response strategies to prevent escalation of fear-driven encounters. Education campaigns encouraged calm and avoidance of provocation to manage both safety and perception. Fear contributed to stress among residents, particularly in neighborhoods with dense monkey populations. Post-lockdown interactions intensified anxiety as monkeys displayed bold and unpredictable behavior. Psychological impacts were observed among children and elderly due to repeated monkey encounters. Authorities emphasized non-lethal deterrence to reduce monkey-human conflicts and fear simultaneously. Community engagement helped residents feel safer through reporting and coordinated monitoring. Public fear influenced municipal policy, focusing on urban wildlife management and mitigation efforts. The Great Monkey Invasion highlighted the importance of addressing both physical and psychological impacts. Behavioral adaptation in monkeys contributed to persistent human anxiety, requiring ongoing intervention. Authorities stressed realistic understanding of risks to prevent exaggerated fear and ensure safety. Long-term strategies involved education, monitoring, and humane population management to reduce fear. Public fear became a key factor driving government and community responses to urban monkey invasions. 17. Wildlife research expansion. Researchers expanded studies on urban monkeys to understand post-lockdown population dynamics. Fieldwork focused on adaptation, food dependency, and human interaction patterns in urban environments. Research included health assessments to monitor impacts of diet changes and urban exposure. Scientific findings guided public policy on population control, relocation, and feeding interventions. Urban monkey research emphasized long-term monitoring to prevent recurrence of invasion incidents. Studies highlighted the cognitive abilities of monkeys in adapting to rapidly changing environments. Research informed training programs for authorities managing human-wildlife conflicts safely. Behavioral ecology studies assessed impact of urbanization on monkey social structures and hierarchy. Research helped design safe urban corridors and minimize human-monkey contact zones effectively. Post-lockdown research expanded knowledge on primate resilience and intelligence in urban areas. 18. Long-term solutions. Authorities developed long-term strategies to manage post-lockdown monkey populations sustainably. Solutions included controlled feeding, relocation, and reinforcement of natural habitats. Urban planning incorporated monkey-safe corridors to reduce human-wildlife conflict effectively. Community education programs reinforced coexistence practices and safe interaction protocols. Authorities emphasized preventive measures like secure trash storage and fencing for human safety. Long-term solutions required coordination between local authorities, wildlife experts, and residents. Monitoring and research guided adjustments to interventions based on observed monkey behavior. Post-lockdown data informed predictive models to anticipate monkey movement and conflict zones. Innovative deterrents like non-lethal barriers, motion sensors, and sound devices were tested. Solutions balanced ecological needs, public safety, and urban development requirements effectively. Authorities established reporting systems to quickly respond to emerging conflicts or incidents. Long-term approaches considered natural food sources and habitat restoration to reduce urban dependency. Community involvement ensured adherence to guidelines and increased awareness of monkey behavior. 19. Media coverage. Media attention highlighted the scale and intensity of post-lockdown monkey invasions. News outlets reported incidents involving thefts, aggressive behavior, and property damage. Coverage increased public awareness of the invasion and promoted responsible behavior around monkeys. Social media amplified stories, sometimes exaggerating events, influencing public perception. Authorities used media to disseminate safety guidelines and educational messages effectively. Documentaries and reports showcased monkey intelligence and adaptability in urban environments. Media coverage informed researchers about hotspots and patterns requiring intervention. Visual documentation helped in planning long-term solutions and behavior mitigation strategies. Local communities engaged with media to share experiences and highlight human-wildlife coexistence. Reports highlighted economic, social, and safety implications of post-lockdown monkey invasions. Media campaigns emphasized ethical treatment and avoidance of harmful deterrents for monkeys. News coverage prompted governmental action and allocation of resources to manage conflicts. Authorities collaborated with journalists to ensure accurate and balanced reporting on incidents. 20. Government response. Authorities implemented multi-agency response plans addressing post-lockdown monkey invasions. Government actions included monitoring, relocation, and public education to reduce conflicts. Emergency interventions targeted high-risk areas, markets, schools, and tourist hotspots. Legislation and guidelines were updated to support humane urban wildlife management strategies. Government collaborated with wildlife experts to implement sustainable population control measures. Funding was allocated to research programs, monitoring tools, and preventive infrastructure. Authorities prioritized non-lethal deterrents to ensure human safety and animal welfare. Post-lockdown planning integrated lessons learned from invasion patterns and behavioral studies. Community reporting systems were enhanced to allow rapid response to new monkey incidents. Government campaigns promoted awareness of safe practices around urban monkey populations. Authorities evaluated effectiveness of interventions through continuous observation and data analysis. Urban planning policies incorporated monkey movement patterns to minimize conflict zones. Long-term strategies aimed to balance development, tourism, and wildlife conservation efforts. Coordination among municipalities ensured consistency in managing monkey-human interactions. Authorities facilitated training programs for staff and volunteers handling monkey invasions. Government response emphasized prevention, mitigation, and sustainable coexistence with wildlife. Conservationists highlighted the need for better planning to manage human-wildlife conflicts after disruptions. The event reminded everyone of the delicate balance between humans and nature that must be respected. Like this video and subscribe for more real stories exploring the incredible adaptability of wildlife. Share your thoughts on wildlife management and urban animal behavior in the comments below today. Thanks for watching and joining us as we uncover nature's surprising responses to human absence.